I am not bullish on Asst. That's right, my friends. I am not bullish on Asst. Once extremely bearish at around the $1.50 levels, I have now come out and I've now flipped, and I'm bullish on Asst at approximately the $1 range. Now, in today's video, let's see the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be talking about the catalyst. The what, we're going to name some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to tell you guys where to get in and where to get out. Now, I will tell you this. Listen, I am a trader, not an investor. So you will see me flip-flop left and right. You will see me take profit. You will see me say, hey, short this ticker. You'll see me get in. You'll see me get out. In fact, when it comes to Asst, right, when the ticker was trading at, let's see where it was. When the ticker was trading at approximately $1.50, I came out with this video and said this. It dipped down to the levels where I would be a real buyer. Take a look at this, right? It's trading at $1.51 over here. Would probably be a dip down to $1. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now, you may say, oh, Sam, that's like a freaking, that's a 30% dip from where the stock is trading at right now. What do you mean? That's a 50-cent dip from... Well, yeah, but that's where I would be interested to get it. Right? And that's where I am now interested of getting it. I mean, I already told you guys, I already made a video on it previously at around $1, right? So it's already up about 14% from, give or take, from the levels that I did tell you guys to go ahead and open a position. But why am I now bullish on Asst? Well, Asst is an asset management company. What asset does Asst manage? Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin, the big bad boy, all right? Bitcoin is now back up above the 90K range, all right? It has broken above this massive downtrend that it was sitting at. So it's looking good. It looks like it's going to go ahead and test 93K by the end of this week, potentially. So things are looking a lot better. And I think that right now, this move hasn't really caught up yet with the treasury stocks, right? With the treasury stocks, and treasury stocks are going to have their moment where they get going and they start kind of pricing in Bitcoin's recovery. But I'll tell you this about asset as well, right? Okay, Asst, Strive now, okay? I'll tell you this about Strive, is that this is one of those companies that is a freaking media machine, okay? They are a media machine. Let me go over here, right? Take a look at this, right? PR. So not as many as honestly I anticipated, but still a lot more PR than your average freaking stock, right? 12 days ago, 16 days ago, 20 days ago, 23 days ago, a month ago, right? Over and over again. So what we're looking at right now, right, is going to be potentially more PR coming out. I mean, SMX is running like insanity as well. I need to definitely address that later today, okay? Now, like I was saying, going back to what I was saying, right? Asset right now, one of the things that I like the most about Asset is that they have already sold majority of the shares, right? They have, what's going on here? Why is it getting me to sign in? Okay. All right, amazing. We gotta do one of these ones. All right, there we go. I actually don't think Asst oversupply is that low. Okay, it's not that low. I thought so, right? So they still do have a lot of shares to go ahead and dilute, right? When we go over here, we do see that they do have a lot of warrants. Now these warrants, they're not going to be exercised at the current price that the stock is trading at right now because it has been hammered down so much. So what's more likely than not going to happen is that the company either is going to come up with some news of shares buyback, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if they do come out with news of shares buyback, considering how hard the stock has been beaten down. And I think that they're on the verge of their Bitcoin holdings value becoming more than what the company's market cap is, which is literally, it's called, I forgot, what's it called? It's called like a cigarette bottom cigarette company or something like that. I forgot the same, but it's an investing term. Okay, that probably sounds crazy to someone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, but maybe you guys can, comment it down below. It's pretty much when the company has more cash on hand than the company's stock valuation. Okay, that's pretty much what it means, right? Now, I think that's the position where Asst is heading towards, right? I think that around the dollar levels, it's a great pickup. And I do see this ticker heading back upwards of the $1.30 levels, okay? Now, I told you guys, I said that in the long haul, I do see there being a moment where the stock goes ahead and runs all the way upwards of this $2 level as well. That is a possibility, at least the $1.75 levels. That is a possibility. That wouldn't be something that I would, neglect, and that wouldn't be something that I would write off as, oh no, it's impossible for the stock to get up there. However, in the short term, I do see it retesting this $1.30 levels once again, okay? So that's where I see the ticker heading from here on out. Now, with that said, listen, are we certain that Bitcoin's going to go up and continue going up and continue getting back above 100K, No, we're not certain about anything, right? I mean, I think that right now, a lot of the green that we're seeing in the broader markets as well is dependent on the SPY and is dependent on Jerome Powell coming out and actually announcing rate cuts in December. However, there's only a 75% chance that we are going to get rate cuts in December. 75% chance. I mean, 75% chance sounds really good until you realize that you have a 25% chance of dying, right? Think about it. Imagine you're about to get surgery and someone says, hey, by the way, this surgery has a 25% chance of you dying. You're like, what? What do you mean 25%? You mean 1 in 4 chances of me dying? Those are the odds, 1 in 4, right? So again, the odds are not 100%, nothing set in stone. And I would say that this is one of those situations where I would honestly say that the odds of the Fed coming out and cutting rates is even lower than 75%, because one of the main reasons that Jerome Powell didn't want to cut rates, right, or he wouldn't want to cut rates, hypothetically speaking, I don't know how his mind works, but is because the markets were on a brink of a massive crash to the downside, okay? If he decided to not cut rates, the markets would have fell all the way down to 630, 620-ish, okay? Maybe even 600, right? Possibly. However, now why would he not want to do this? Because if he does this, right, if he does this, you guys got to understand that all this talk about, oh, rate cut this, rate cut that, is all dependent on recession, right? We're trying to avoid a recession. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to avoid a recession, okay? However, one of the gears that spin in the economy that potentially could cause recession is the stock market itself. The stock market can be a catalyst for a recession because people have less money, people are spending less money. Their assets are down, they're going to spend less money. So when you understand that from that perspective, you go, oh shit. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I kind of get what you're saying, where you're saying, okay, you know what? Now, he doesn't want to cut rates because the markets are about to crash, so he doesn't want the markets crashing to cause a recession. But on the other hand, now the markets have recovered so much where even if he comes out and says, hey everyone, we've decided not to cut rates, the markets are just going to go back to 650, right? They're not going to go to 600. They're just going to pull back to 650 again. Are we going to get a sharp decline to 650? Yeah, possibly. 2-3% in a single day? Yeah, possibly. But it will hold 650, it will hold maybe 630, right? Until we move over here, move over here, move over sideways, 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 then we rip to the upside. Okay? So nothing's yet set in stone. So do remember that when you're planning on buying ASST. Now, listen, I buy stocks almost every single day. If you guys want to trade alongside me, check out our private community. Right now, it is once again on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. I added 10 more spots to the 50% discounts. Give it a shot. This is what it looks like. We give you access to day traders, swing alerts, options, lessons, one-on-one access, dividend stocks, crypto stocks, you name it, we got it, okay? And we're the only community that offers a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. The only community. A lot of others guys do a 2 weeks free trial, but no 30 days money back guarantee. Jimmy Goose says 5 days into the 14 days free trial, and this is literally yesterday. 5 days into the 14 days free trial, and the Discord cost is already paid for. I've only been trading the swing alerts, or else it will be a lot more if I had the time to also day trade. Thanks, Sam, and the amazing team we put together. $390 the past week. My man says being in a few servers in my life, the rest don't even fucking compare. Not just to trade quality, but the mentors actually care about you making money. Stop stacking and try to free trial. I appreciate you. You also sent a video. We're not gonna play it, okay, because we're gonna get demonetized if we do. Swore a lot. Now this says I made 53% profits on options trade today, and even more exercising my position as well. On one trade, was able to make up for the fee paid for taking the class. It is all worth it. Thanks so much for Sam and AJ for providing me this opportunity to learning it. Beautiful, right? So again, day trade alerts, swing alerts, and option alerts. We got it all. Okay, we got it all. This is yesterday, again, 20% on CMCT. Beautiful. This is 2 days ago now. Monday, $186. Excellent return on zero. Shout out to for the excellent. Top Trade Academy is the best trading community. $20,000 in a single day. Now, this is on Friday. Jamie says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from pumping them after easily the best. 70% year to date. Solid morning following big up these trades today. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This community changed my life. The few thousand I made. I'm not going to read all these, okay? But anyways, I look forward to meeting you guys in Top Trade Academy. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next 10 members, 50% discount. Thank you for watching. Happy trading. And remember, don't give up, don't quit. Why? Because 90% of traders are not unprofitable. 90% of traders just quit before they become profitable. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.